So what's it all about here today? A little competition in association with Land Rover. Thought they'd bring a few washed up old rugby hacks out here and try and catch a few sheep. There was a Frenchman, an Englishman. I teamed up with an Australian. Glad at the end of the day we came out, potentially we came out on top there and got the feet a bit dirty and stuff. Been a few years since I went around chasing sheep.
What has today been about? It's been old idiots who played a bit of rugby a long time ago, being thrown in a car in a field, racing around, trying to get sheep with keys attached to them, get them in, move them, get them back, come over here and then talk about what's going on in the World Cup, basically. You know, I've got a lot of farming friends and they say you've got to be firm with sheep. I'd like to say that no part in the filming was any sheep hurt, and contrary to what you may believe, they're all fine now. In reality, it's probably the end of my sheep herding days, but go out on the top. I beat Mehrtens and that's all that matters.
To be honest, I don't know what I do with. People told me to have a trip with Land Rover, but I am not a farmer, do you know? I am from the mountain. I think it was quite a good experience, but I think it's the last experience. But no, it was funny, good fun.
Well, I think if the All Blacks show the same sort of commitment and intensity over 80 minutes, I think that the French will struggle to stay with them. We all know the French, on their day can beat anyone, and that's always the case. But I think the All Blacks have got to get in and physically intimidate them up front. French have always prided themselves on their what they call their conquest, which is the up front battle, the scrum and the line out. And if the All Blacks can get and disrupt their ball, I don't think they've really got the ability to make inroads if they're under pressure. And that, I'm sure the All Blacks will just be, it's the game of their lives. Doesn't matter what's on next week, next month, next year even. This is a massive game for them in the nation, and I'm sure they'll be representing us well.
The French are still in life. All the other teams are out of the competition, and France are still there. But it will be very tough because New Zealand, I am very impressed with New Zealand about their game. They play quick games, they are very physical, they have a very good balance in their game. I am French, so the prediction will be, it will be a dream, but then France beat New Zealand by 1 point. We never win the World Cup. French team, the third time we are in the final of the World Cup.
There are real threats. Bonaire in the line-out. Bonaire, Nale and Pape did a job on the English line-out, did a job on the Welsh line-out at times. So we've seen down the years that Victor Matfield has hurt New Zealand by denying you line-out possession. They clearly got the scrum that can go toe-to-toe with anyone with Nicholas Mass. They got two sneaky little so-and-sos at 9 and 10, Yashvili and Para. And they got a guy at fullback, Wolverine, Medard, who can do some pretty special things. So look, they don't come to this final without any threats. You don't get to a World Cup final, no matter who you played, without having the emotional energy, the mental ability to feel confident about playing anyone. And that's what they'll do. They'll turn up, they'll have a coach, they won't have a coach, they'll get on with Livermore, they won't get on with Livermore, they'll bang out the Marseillaise and they'll give it a crack.